Good afternoon, class. My name is Christy Witherspoon. I am in COS 1301 with Professor Caraway. Today I'll be talking about the app that I used for my project, which is Mastering Anatomy and Physiology. I'm going to go over the key points above the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm going to scroll through here. What you need to know about the app. It is powered by Pearson, which is where most of our books come from. You do need a 4.1 and up on any Android system. The current version is a 4.3, and they are always updating. Key note to students: if you are going to use the app, do please constantly keep your current version up to date. They do work out all the kinks and all the bugs that would maybe slow it down, maybe make user interface a little easier to use. So please do stay current with whatever version that they're operating with currently. Obviously, this is free for students. If you're a student, can't beat that, I suppose. One thing that I will tell you, though, is the only way to get it free is if you've already purchased your book and you have already received the access code that is needed to have it. Then the app, of course, is then free, but the book and the access code is required. Why would this app help you? If you are taking an anatomy and physiology class, the app, the videos, any online tools that you need would be extremely beneficial and helpful, especially if you haven't worked with some key terminology from before. The app is also a way to help you stay ahead of the game, keep you on track. The fact that you can use it anywhere as long as there's Wi-Fi presently available, you can use this anywhere. I do have a short little video segment. We're not going to watch the full 3 minutes of the video, but this is just class preparation. This is obviously used on an iPad. I'm going to go ahead and show just a couple of points here. Some key points that I like. I'll stop here. I like how the pictures are formatted nicely. They are clear. You can see everything nice and clear.
There are many ways to use class preparation, depending on whether you are an instructor or a student. First, let's take a brief look at how the class...
Some additional key points that I'd like to point out is the fact that it's easy to use. The tools, the features, and the designs that they have throughout make this readily easy to read. You can see here with the images, everything is on one page. There's not multiple scrolling or multiple flicking around to different various things to see everything. It shows your grades, it shows what you're working on, it shows additional things that you may have within the Pearson site or the Mastering A&P. Also, while you're on the site, what I like about Pearson is the particular screenshot that I have available here is if there's a word that you are not familiar with or that you don't understand what it means or you want a little bit more in-depth detail about it, all you have to do within the site is just click on each individual word of whatever you're confused on, and it'll take you to a pop-up box somewhat similar to one that's posted here on the right of the screen, and it will explain to you in depth further about maybe what it is that you have clicked on that you want to know more about. For example, if I were to click on the cornea, it would then have a little pop-up box that would display here, and it would go into an in-depth, detailed description about what exactly it is, what it does, how it needs to stay lubricated, so on and so forth. So that's very nice to see. Another really cool feature, I'm not sure if students or people are aware of, that while you're within the Pearson app, you can edit and change things to make that where it'll benefit you, as mentioned here.
You can also add personal comments and create your own tags, which you can use later to create your own way of finding resources in class preparation.
So just briefly, you can see a couple key features that would be extremely beneficial to you if you're creating your own and doing your own thing to help you study and learn a little bit more. Moving forward, some critiques from fellow users. These are pulled from the Google Play Store. I was underneath looking at reviews. Patricia states that downloading, you could log in, start a quiz, not finish it, pause, and come back to it at a later time and date. I've used that feature several times, which makes it very beneficial. Erin off to the right says that she can do her A&P anytime and anywhere. That's apparently, it seems to be her life now, which makes it an incredibly useful tool that has made her life that much easier. I'd have to admit, it's made my life much easier. If you're always constantly on the go, you have, like for example, I have two full-time jobs. I have a full-time home life and a child to assist and take care of. So being able to use this app anytime, anywhere is extremely beneficial to me. Excuse me. Some things I've learned about the app throughout the week that I had did my performance review. I started on roughly about Friday, probably the 16th, and went all the way through the 26th, and just did a performance review based on my own personal thoughts, my experience, and how each additional platform and how they did and how they worked for me. You can see that on my platform here that Android gave me poor reviews, only because I don't have the newest updated phone that probably would have made a huge difference. So I did prefer to go to Windows or Mac or Mozilla, Firefox. Chrome never let me down. But I did prefer Windows overall. It just gave me a better user interface, gave me a better play. I could operate it a little bit better, and it was a little bit easier for me to manage. My overview. What I wanted to get everything out of my money that I had already spent on this class. As you know, school is not cheap, nor the books. So I wanted to make sure that I got every tool that was out there that would help me to benefit myself in the class. Was exactly what I was going after. It helped me to catch on to the material quicker. It helped me to catch on some of those keywords and terms that I haven't been able to familiarize myself with in quite some time. And it's very user-friendly if you have a larger screen. Some ugly points. There's not that many, but there are a couple. It is a little expensive, as mentioned earlier. The books do run you pretty expensive. You do need that access code to get the app, so that way you can begin working on some of your projects and work on some of your assignments that they post within the app itself. Only some features were available on my phone, like I discussed, showing like a chart. Not all things would display properly. I couldn't play any of the games at all on the phone. With Mac, it did run smoothly, but some graphics would not show through. An error message would pop up, and I'd have to close out and start all over again. Mozilla Firefox would work great, but then crash very randomly every now and then, so that was a little frustrating. Some things to keep in mind. So within the user interface, when you're working with your app, these are just some examples of some of the games and some of the things that you can do. They have called it a match game, where you have to match up and put it in a particular spot of where it belongs. That's a pretty cool game. It helps you to not only see it, to visualize it, but you're doing it, which makes it excuse me, very easy. This cool interactive game allows you to just basically help you with memorization skills, help you to know what it looks like, what to see, so when it pops up on a test, you kind of have a picture visual in your mind to be able to do that further. That was my Mastering AMP app. That is my overview. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much.